really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Stolen by Ginobili. Parker passes to Leonard. Wasted no time on that one. He's got 9.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg. He did spend 19 years with the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clark, he won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And, Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team. And it worked well for the Hawks.
Atlanta making some changes. Tavo Cephalosha has checked in for Millsap. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Here's Splitter. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Horford with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Schroeder. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. West is checked in for Duncan. Diallo comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. That's a 2 from Cephalosha. And it's slammed in by Splitter. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win. The Hawks were fantastic last season. After the All-Star break, they did slip up a bit, struggled against teams over 500.
Mike Scott's checked in for Splitter. Atlanta leading by 5. They get a hand on it. Leonard attacking.
Shots, gentlemen.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the Hawks, Kawhi Leonard.
The first one falls. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
Now, here's Schroeder. He's covered by Leonard. Hardaway for 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Leonard kicks to Green. Kicks it out to Leonard for the tie. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
Horford dishes to Scott. And he goes in for the dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Grizzlies. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the basket by West.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
In the corner, Horford with it. Here's Scott. And the three off target. Leonard. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Hawks lead by 1. 2K Sports, back in a moment here at... And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Teague and Korver are the guards. Horford is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Splitter in at center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Horford the pass to Millsap. Down low. Korver no luck. He lobs it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam. And Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
And stolen by Splitter. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
This certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
And now here comes Teague leading the break. He dishes it to Splitter. 6 to shoot. Wide open. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Splitter. And it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
And Antonio calls timeout. You look back last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique Wilkins in front of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue up neat was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, we're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
And, you know, for the Hawks last season, they ended with a 35-6 record at home, and that was the best in the East and the second best in the NBA.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
It's Ginobili outside. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last. The Hawks leading by 3. And Parker comes with the help. Korver kicks to Splitter. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
And for the Hawks, it was a good year to get the city. No, take that. It was a great year to get the city talking about basketball again. Atlanta hasn't always rallied behind this team, but boy, did they show up more than usual last season.
And stolen by Aldridge. Ginobili with the 3. That's good.
The defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Teague dishes to Korver. Pass to Horford. For the 3. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in. Duncan misses. Hawks have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Teague gets to Corbin. It's stolen by Green. Here's Parker. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Splitter. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Outside Teague. Knocked away. Here's Korver for 3. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And the Hawks lead by 4. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And stolen by Aldridge. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Duncan. Connects! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Horford kicks to Teague. Outside for Korver. Misses the 3. Green again. It's Millsap. And here's Leonard from 3. Count it!
Nice play. They're in control. Just play solid, good defense. No quick buckets and no easy threes.
Sinks it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire. That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
It's the first that will put them up by 2. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They actually could shoot a 3 here and go for the win, but I'd expect them to try to send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a shot off inside.
And here's Korver from the arc. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.